afternoon, everyone. Welcome into your Talking Fitchburg update for Wednesday, November 18th. I am Andrew Bamlett, and hopefully you're all having a good day out there. Filling in for Jeremy today as he's out doing other things. And we're going to get right into it today. We're going to have your headlines, of course, and Jeremy does join us for the digest. We're talking more about COVID and more specifically about masks today. And then in the guest segment, we're going to take a look at a replay of the Fitchburg Public Library when we talked to Wendy Brosnan this last month and get an update from the Fitchburg Public Library. Now, we weren't able to get Bill today, but I will have starting headlines off with your construction updates. So we're going to go right into that. And we're going to start with Fish Hatchery Road area. We all have temporary traffic signals and lighting will be placed until spring. We are experiencing some production delays with the poles, and in the spring in the intersection of Ochala Drive by the UW Credit Union and Traceway and Bowman Drive, we'll have the signals installed to increase safety and reduce delays in those locations. Also, a new path is complete from Traceway Drive to the Beltline ramp. There will be some additional green textured epoxy markings placed along the the driveways and intersection crosswalks of the pass next spring when temperatures are warm enough to apply the material. We have a few more meetings with the contractor this year and close up the season. Then we will gear up for the southern phase of the construction in March and April of 2021. A note here from Bill as well that Public Works will be periodically appearing on Fact TV in the months ahead to provide information with some exciting new projects around Fitchburg that are starting to be designed. There will be opportunities to attend virtual meetings to give input and hear presentations along the way, and that's what we'll have for you coming up from the transportation and some new designs coming, so it'll be cool. We'll keep you updated whenever we have those times set up. All right, next we're going to talk about preparing your home for winter, and we have some good tips here for you there. And we're going to start with prepare your home for winter. Keep filters clean. So the furnace filter is a small part of your heating system, but an important one. A clogged filter will inhibit airflow, causes your furnace to work harder and use more energy during heating season. Check your filter monthly and clean or replace it when it's dirty. Also, you can check your vents. Properly opening and closing high and low vent returns will help your furnace operate efficiently. If your home has these vents, you will see low vents on the wall near the floor, and straight up from the low vents toward the ceiling are your high vents. Remember that hot air rises and cold air falls. In the winter, you want your cold air to be drawn through the return registers so the furnace can heat it. You can achieve this by opening lower vents and closing your top vents. So again, that is if you have that. Not everyone has those. Cover windows at night. About 30% of homes' heating energy is lost through windows, according to the U.S. Department of Energy. Insulated blinds, shades, and curtains are an effective way to keep your home warmer in the winter. We have a vapor barrier on the warm side to prevent moisture in the room from passing through the window treatment and condensing on the cold window. So that's where like that plastic wrap comes into play as well, and that's where this is as well. It's an easy way to save energy and open your window coverings during the day. You're going to take advantage of natural light and heat from the sun, and then close them at night to keep it warmer. So it's hopefully what most people do anyways. Seal air leaks. Air sealing around windows and doors are an effective way to keep heat inside the home instead of leaking out. So this is where you can caulk your windows. You can buy the window film to put over it during the winter, and also some weather stripping could help there. And think twice about space heaters. Some people believe that turning down the thermostat and using an electric space heater will save you money. Space heater can be one of the most expensive ways to heat your home. At today's prices, electric heat costs at least 8 times as much BTU as natural gas, per BTU as natural gas. Running a typical 1500 watt electric space heater for 4 hours each day for a month would cost you $25. And of course, ask the experts. MG&E's energy experts are available to answer your questions and provide tips in staying comfortable and saving energy this winter. And you can call between 8 and 4:30 Monday through Friday. You can see the number there on your screen. So again, just get out there and ask the experts, as they'll keep you in line as well. And here we're going to move to, we have one more story here about from ready.gov, and it's test your winter storm preparedness. So you can see here some myths. So myth one there is preparing for disasters is time-consuming and expensive. Fact, signing up for local alerts and warnings are free, and many preparedness apps are also free. Another fact is your home may already contain emergency kit items. Another one, you can purchase items for an emergency kit and assemble it over time. And having an adequate emergency kit for food and consumption plan can be a benefit no matter what the hazard. Another myth here is my homeowner's insurance should cover everything if an emergency winter storm affects me. Fact, this is not always the case. Check your insurance policy and consult your insurance agent. And also, standard homeowner's insurance does not cover flood damage. That is very true. Third myth here is, excuse me, in an emergency, only first responders need to know what to do. In fact, no, everyone needs to know what to do before, during, and after a winter storm to protect themselves, their families, and their neighbors. First responders may not reach you for hours and days after a winter storm strikes. Everyone needs to know what to do to stay safe. Myth 4, if I have an emergency kit packed, I am prepared for an emergency, including a severe winter storm. Fact, emergency preparedness requires more than a kit. And some other facts here, having a family consumption plan, signing up for alerts and warnings, and knowing what to do are also important. Many emergencies require knowledge of what to do to protect yourself. So this is definitely, make sure you have a clue and a plan of what you're going to do, and not just relying on someone else getting to your rescue during these times, because at that point usually everyone needs some help. So just be aware of that. All right, that's going to do it for the headlines today. Coming up next, we're going to switch it over to Jeremy, and he's going to talk about some COVID-19 and mask info for you here in our digest. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Go back into Talking Fitchburg. We're in the digest, and we're going to be talking about how to select masks. Yeah, as we continue to keep you protected during COVID-19, we want to make sure that you do select the right mask when you're heading out. And we got a breakdown. We're going to look at the CDC here. They've got a great overview, and Andrew's going to show you directly to the website today where we're getting this information, because there's a lot to unpack here. So let's scroll down to the overview. Wear masks with 2 or more layers to stop the spread of COVID-19. Wear a mask over your nose and mouth and secure it under your chin. Masks should be worn by people 2 years and older. Masks should not be worn by children younger than 2, people who are having trouble breathing, or people who cannot remove their mask without assistance. Do not wear masks intended for healthcare workers. For example, and 95 respirators. Those should be given to the the health workers there. CDC does not recommend the use of face shields alone. Evaluation of face shields is ongoing, but the effectiveness is unknown at this time. And they continue to evaluate materials and structures ongoing. So how do you select? When selecting a mask, there are many choices. Here are some do's and don'ts. Let's go with choose masks that have 2 or more layers of wobble breathable fabric. Super important. 2 layers. Very important. Completely cover your nose and mouth. Ding. Gotta have both of them. I see a lot of people with their noses out, or it's not over the chin, so it's not totally covering the mouth. And it should fit snugly against the sides of your face and does not have gaps. On the right side, you can see what not to do. Yeah. If they're not made of fabric and it's too hard to breathe, like the vinyl, yeah, you got to be careful because you don't want to suffocate. Have if it has a valve on it, there's valves and vents and everything. When it comes to when you're breathing out, you're exhaling. It's been shown that it's actually making it worse. So be careful with that. Do your research. And again, the N95s, respirators, or surgical masks should be given to the health workers. Let's talk about gaiters and face shields. Again, gaiters still being evaluated. So and face shields. So this forever is changing. So keep that in mind. Wear a gaiter with 2 layers, or fold it to make the 2 layers. Evaluation is ongoing, but effectiveness is unknown at this time about both of those and the face shield. But if you're going to do a face shield, it's saying you still should wear a mask too. So you're trying to guard your eyes, but you're also trying to guard your face, your nose and mouth as well. So keep that in mind. Special situations, glasses. If you wear glasses, find a mask that's closely over your nose, or one that has a nose wire to limit fogging. I know my friends with glasses have had some issues with that, so keep that in mind. And again, special situations there, children, if you're able, find a mask that is made for children. There's a lot of different sizes out there for them, so get them hooked up. And if you can't find a mask made for a child, check to be sure that the mask fits snugly over the nose and mouth and underneath. And walk it through it. Don't do it when you're in the store trying to adjust that. Do it before you get to the store or wherever you're going, right? Do not put it on a children younger than 2 years of age. So you've kind of got the wares of how to wear it the right way and the wrong way. And that's important. And also be sure to wash your hands before putting on your mask. Do not touch the mask when you're wearing it. Yeah, keep your hands off of your face as you move through that. Do wear a mask that covers your nose and mouth secure, fits snugly against your face. That's important. And then again, how to not wear your mask here. Very important. Around your neck, not effective, Andrew. Over your forehead, well, no, it's not going to work. If it's just under your nose, nope, working. If it's just your nose and your mouth is still, nope, not happening. On your chin, dangling. If it's not covering your face and your nose, it is ineffective. So keep that in mind. That again, and if you need to step out, step away from people. If you're going to do, breathe, take that mask off, get away from the situation, certainly, and do so. This is important because I think we talk about a lot of the upfront of wearing a mask, but how to keep it clean and take it off, very important too. So one, carefully untighten the strings behind your head and stretch and earlobes. Make sure you handle with both ties. Fold the corners in half, fold it inward. And then make sure that after you do remove it, that you go wash your hands or hit that sanitizer with 60% alcohol. How to clean them? Make sure you follow the instructions on there. I've got a mask that you can put in the washer, but you can't dry. So make sure you do check into that and keep that in mind. Include your mask with your regular laundry. Use regular laundry detergent in the warmest water setting for clothes to make the mask clean. Use the highest heat setting and leave it in the dryer until completely dry. My washer and dryer, Andrew, I don't know, does yours have mine has a sanitize button, so I've been hitting that. And it seems like that's working, but not all of them have it, I'm sure. So hit it with the highest heat as possible. And that was unbeknownst to me that we even had that feature in there. So Certainly some great information there. Again, head out to the CDC's website. They got all of this there for you. They continue to update it. It tells you when it's updated. This information was updated on October 29th that we just shared with you. So just showing you that it does change frequently as we continue to learn more and more about this. All right, that does it for this segment. We're going to take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Join me today for the Fitchburg Public Library. It's been a while. We've got her back. It's Wendy.
It has been a while. It's good to see you, Jeremy.
It's great to talk with you. I never get to talk. I see you at department head, but you know, there's too much seriousness going on, so I don't talk.
There, right?
Yeah, so I never actually get to really talk to you. So
no, I have so many awesome staff that I want to send to you that
Well, Tim lives up to the expectation, and
every
Lisa
time.
is really filling in really good with keeping Tim in line and also still joining in on the fun. So
I feel like the Tim and Lisa costume show has really sort of set the bar pretty high for the rest of us.
We have so much fun every year with that, and I think that just goes to show how fun the staff is at the library. That y'all know how to have a good time, no matter what's going on. So, and we appreciate all the services that you've been able to provide during this time. We haven't had a chance to really talk to you since you kind of came back online with the new services. How are things running
things are
as it
going
comes to your
well.
curbside?
I mean, it's certainly a strange time. It's not really the library when it's not full of patrons, so it's quiet around here, and I think we're all really looking forward to the time that we can get people back in here. But in the meantime, we're going with curbside services, which have been going very well, very popular. Our plan is to keep doing that at least through, I think, probably January. Numbers in our area are good. So I don't foresee us opening to the public in the near future. I just wanted to give some updates about curbside services because this is Wisconsin and it's November and it's going to snow any day now.
We're not allowed to say that word on the show, by the way. So
what?
That's a shame. We're not allowed to say snow on the air here. So
okay, weather could be a problem. So we are winterizing our curbside services. So people are going to see a little bit of a change probably the next couple of weeks. We have Kevin building us what I'm calling book barns. So we're building some enclosures on top of the tables that we've been using for curbside, and those sit right out in front of our just main front doors. So they're open on one side, they're closed on the back. Hopefully that's going to keep the elements out of any stuff. We are also going to have to be bagging all of our deliveries. The other change that I think is going to affect patrons is that because we're going to be putting them in the book barns, we're going to have a little bit more limited space. So we are asking people to pick up their items within 2 hours of their scheduled appointment. So we've got some things that kind of sit around for a little while and we're not going to have room for them. And really with the elements, it's not good for books to be outside for a long time. So 2 hour window.
Even if you bag them, it's just not gonna that's not gonna cover it in Wisconsin's
we had a couple of days of rain that kind of came in sideways. So we got kind of a taste of what it's going to be like, which was actually really helpful because I think the book burn idea is going to work pretty well. We are also kind of expanding services again in that you can call and pick up your available holds. But also if there are other things in the library that you haven't placed a hold on that are available, you can request up to 5 of those and get those as well. And the book drop is now open 24/7, which is great news. We had to limit that when we didn't have capacity. We are still quarantining all of our items for 4 days, just so everybody knows that. There are some libraries that have decided to do less than that, but we are going to err on the side of caution and stick with the 4 days. And that's working out pretty well for us. So
I was going to say, I think we all appreciate you doing that. I know that people want materials. As far as the materials going out, Wendy, have you seen an increase, a decrease? I know it's kind of hard to say with not having the full patrons in the library, but
right.
What are we moving for materials?
Obviously, it's a decrease from what normal business is. So, if you compared this year to this month last year, it's going to be a drastic difference. But we have seen a pretty steady increase since we've been doing curbside each month, I think. So it tells me that more people are using it or more people are picking up more often. But either way, we're just seeing a lot of holds come and go. So that's great. I think people are still able to get the materials that they want. I know people would rather be in here selecting their own items, and I wish we could do that. But hopefully early next year.
And for people who've never got online to really look at and check out books before, that resource has been available even prior to COVID. Tell us a little bit about that service.
So ebooks, is that what?
Sure, ebooks. And maybe this is a personal question for Jeremy, not saying.
So we participate in, it's called Overdrive and or Libby, depending on if you're using the website or the app. But we put money into that to buy ebooks for the whole South Central system and the whole state of Wisconsin. We all do that kind of as a group. We've put in some extra money just to the South Central account so that we can have more copies of things. A lot of people think with an ebook, because it's an ebook, you can just have it as soon as you want it. And it doesn't work that way. They still have, publishers still have restrictions. We can only have so many copies of it checked out at one time. So you do sometimes have to be on hold for it. But it's a really great system, and you can set up your account so that it will automatically check things out to you when they become available, which is great. I've been reading a lot of things digitally. We also have, if you're not sure about ebooks, but you kind of maybe want to try it, we've got Kindles that we check out. So you can kind of give it a test run and see. A lot of people assume that they're going to hate an e-reader. I did that years ago. Thought as a library person, I was only going to read the paper books, and I love my Kindle. I have it with me all the time, so it's worth a try. So yeah,
I'm with you on that one too. I was in the ballpark of, I like the materials in the hands and the smell of a book, but I guess I read a book 10 times faster with the e-reader for some reason, and I don't know why, but it's just a nice feature. And then on selecting actual books and materials, that process has stayed the same as well.
Yes. Yep. So LinkCat is up and running. Delivery is running. So you can ask for things that are not at our library. It's taken a little bit longer because of the quarantine right now. So when we get a box of deliveries in that people are waiting for, that goes into quarantine for 4 days, and then we'll process it. You'll get an email that your hold is ready or a phone call, and then you can call and schedule a pickup.
Fantastic. Let's get your crystal ball out, since I told you I wouldn't hit you with any challenging questions, but here we go. What's your preparation as you do look forward to the next couple months out? Obviously, you're going to be a very tough question at that, but what are some of the plans that you look at?
We did a lot of preparation when we thought we were going to be opening in June and July and August. Like, I feel like every month we thought we were like, this is it, we get to go. So we have, what I expect to happen is it will open as an express library. So we will not be back to normal right when we open the doors. So I hope people don't expect that. We will probably be taking most of the seating away. The idea is going to be, you can come in, browse, choose your items, and use the self-check machines, and then go. We would hope that you wouldn't expect to spend a lot of time here. I don't think studying here is going to be an option. I don't think having meetings here is going to be an option. I think it's going to be access to the collections at first, and that's probably it. I am assuming have to limit occupancy in the building when we do open. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's not going to be the same library right at first, but we'll get back to it. The world's going to go back to normal eventually. So
exactly. And I think that's great information to share. So you kind of got that in the back of your mind that, you've got a plan first and foremost, but it may just look a little bit different. And everybody's goal is to get back to where we were once, and maybe with some better better ways of doing things.
Yes.
You never know. There's some things that have come out of this that we've learned that have been really good. So all right, and finally, just the reminder on Facebook that you still got all of your great activities still happening, and
the staff are
interaction
so
there.
busy doing programming on Facebook. So we've got story times on there. They've got there's one of our staff is doing a healthy snack series. One of them is doing a traveling series. I've seen a lot of knitting on the adult side of things, which I think is a great thing to learn right now going into winter, right? There's a good project.
I
also wanted to mention, so we did craft kits because we couldn't have the Halloween hunt, which we were all very sad about. So it was a bag of craft parts with instructions that people could take home, pick up out front and take home. That was a huge success. We got really good feedback from that. So we're going to keep doing that. We'll start in the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be Take Home Tuesday. So Tuesday mornings, we're going to have one craft in a bag to go. We'll separate it by ages, and we're actually even looking into doing adult versions of that, which I think would be super fun. So
count me in. Also, if you could do a meal prep one, that'd be great. And just set it aside for Jeremy. That's Jeremy. Yeah, that would be wonderful. I bet you will. I don't even want to know what meal I would get for that.
It's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah, right. No, I thought the pickup craft thing was such a great idea, and I know that it seen a lot of good feedback. So cool that it's going to a weekly event.
Yeah.
And
I think people are looking for non-digital things to do. So I think
absolutely.
Nice to have one ready for you.
Let me put it this way. I've mowed my lawn for leaves like almost every other day because I just need something to do differently. Like I don't need to do it, but I just need to do something. But it's there, so you might as well. Right. All right, Wendy. Well, thank you so very much. If people want to find out more on the library, the stuff we talked about today, where can they go?
Just go to the website, www.fitchburgwi.gov/library.
That's awesome. All right. Well, don't be a stranger.
I won't.
We'd love to have you back, and tell Kevin hi for us. He's a busy guy over there, so we miss him.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
We'll
talk soon. That is Wendy, director of the Fitchburg Library. Love having her on the show. And yeah, if you haven't checked out all the resources and great stuff they got going on over there, you are missing out. That's all I'm saying. All right, take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Yeah, I know. Wait, I don't know. Yeah,
just look at that. It's so sad.
We scored?
Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
Welcome back to Talking Fitchburg. I want to thank Wendy again for coming on earlier this month and talking about updates going on, and also Jeremy for doing the digest today. And of course, you always know where to stay connected with Fact TV, or Apple TV, Roku, Facebook, YouTube. Check us out at fitchburgwi.gov. Until tomorrow, have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.